Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of Gunman. So today we're going to be doing a review and demonstration on the Sagola 3300 GTO. I've got the tech air cap on it. There is actually about 4 different air caps you can choose and a few different nozzle sizes as well. I've got the 1.3mm on it. So when I was liaising with Sagola about this gun and which one I should get, I said, look, I'm mainly going to be using it for clear at the start, and they said, yeah, probably go for the tech air cap. So yeah, it's probably worth looking into getting one of the other air caps depending on what you would like to use it for. So obviously we're going to be starting off by doing a bit of an unboxing, and as you can see, it does come with a cheater valve, which is pretty handy. Seems like pretty good quality to me. I've had some really cheap cheater valves and they've lasted for years. It's at the end of the day how you look after them. I don't submerge them in thinners every single time I clean the gun out. You're just very careful with them, and that should last a long time. But this does actually feel like a better quality one than some of those cheaper ones, so it's always good. As you can see, it's a pretty nice finish on. I reckon that orange looks really nice on the body of the gun. Yeah, it's a nice weight and a nice feel in the hand. You can tell like straight away that you've got a quality tool in your hand. It's not just a total El Cheapo. One thing you will notice there though is that the diameter of the air cap is a little bit smaller than the Sagola 4600, which is a gun I've been quite happy with, and that thing is an absolute weapon. It pumps the paint out. But yeah, we'll go in the booth and do a little bit of painting in a minute. But I have found that this thing doesn't quite throw out as much material in the 1.3, as I said before. Yet the 1.3 on my Sagola just feels like it puts out twice the amount of material. Now, yeah, they do have, I think, 3 or 4 different air caps on it. Yeah, they said the tech will be probably the best one for clear coat. But to me, like for a mid-range gun, my feedback would be you probably really want an all-rounder. You don't want the kind of people that you're going to be selling these guns to would just be like, I just want one gun. I want to be able to base coat with it, clear coat with it. I don't want to have to stuff around with different air caps. And look, at the end of the day, this tech cap does spray base coat okay. It sprays clear coat a lot better though, I must say. It yeah, pumps the clear on quite nice, while still having a fine atomization, and you do have a lot of control over it. It's not like I don't know, like a SATA that just throws out way too much material because their fluid tips are way oversized. Which can, yeah, that can catch some people off guard, especially new people to SATA. If you're used to spraying with a 1.3, you then go and get a 1.3 in SATA, realize it measures out to like a 1.448, I think someone was saying. But yeah, look, it's a good gun. Build quality is fine, but to me, if it was like $100 less, I think it's around $300. Again, that will possibly vary depending on where in the world you are, but 300 Australian dollars is probably around 230 US dollars. When you've got guns like the FLG5 or the SGK that is under $200, so American probably under $150, you know, you got some fierce competition there, and I can tell you that the SGK is probably just as good as this. Maybe this is a little bit better, but yeah, for this sort of price range of gun, I don't really think it's necessary to back it up with the different air caps and to back it up with, yeah, maybe your fluid tips. Okay, you're gonna need those fluid tip options, but yeah, that's just my take on it. To be honest, the gun has sat there and done not a great deal for the last 2 months. I did get this gun 2 months ago, and lately I've just been busy with life and haven't actually made any videos for quite some time. You guys on your end wouldn't really see it because I get creative and I make heaps of videos, and I get ahead sometimes on the videos, and then I'll drip feed them one a week. But I haven't actually made a video for a while, so yeah, I used it for a week. It was okay, like I've got no real negative things to say about it, apart from the fact that it doesn't really pump it on as much as I would possibly like. But then, you know, I could possibly recommend in hotter environments getting a 1.4mm. This is a 1.3mm, maybe go 1.4 instead, and you know, you'll sort of counteract that. However, on the other hand, if you're in a colder climate, it could be exactly what you need. You probably don't want that excessive material on that panel and run the risk of getting big runs and all that kind of stuff. So would I recommend getting one of these? Well, put it this way, I wouldn't recommend against it, but there's probably better value for money out there. You're kind of most of the way to getting yourself a Pro Light, which I think most of you guys know. I love my Pro Lights, have for years. They get some pretty cool designs on them with all the wraps that they've got going on these days. That Vigilante looks awesome, and I love my Nebula. But you're just that little bit above things like the SGK, which that's made in Brazil, or the FLG5, you know, and it's like a sub $200 gun. That's Australian. So yeah, I mean, build quality, you can't really knock it. And as I've seen a guy on Instagram mention, Gato Negro car body shop, I think he's from the Netherlands, right? And when I posted the photo of this gun on Instagram, he said these days it's less about the gun itself, but more to do with the painter behind the gun and the quality of the clear coat that you're using. And I do agree with him, but build quality is one thing he left out. I think if he's watching this, he'd probably agree that yeah, build quality is something that is pretty important when looking for a spray gun. You know, we could all go and get ourselves $20 spray guns. You might be able to do 2 or 3 jobs. Yeah, sure, you'll be able to get the finish, okay, but it's just not going to last. So yeah, with this gun you are going to get something that lasts. Just because I have lots of spray guns and I have guns that are worth a lot of money, I don't put myself above other people. I actually put myself in the shoes of, like, would I buy this gun? Personally, knowing what I know about the gun now, knowing the amount I use it, I probably wouldn't really, you know. I'd probably still just go that little bit more for a Pro Light or the SGK or something. If I was on a budget, you know what, go for the FLG5 SGK. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to say in this video. I guess you guys can yeah, hang around and watch me smash that second coat of clear on this Holden Cruise. Now you've seen this video, get out there and paint some shit. Thanks for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.